How have you evolved programs of international education for students in collaboration with partner institutions? And what are your future plans? How do you ensure inclusiveness in higher education in a post-COVID-19 world?
At UC Davis, we see diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts and global engagement efforts as going hand in hand. At the heart of this is a goal that we call global education for all. We aim to provide 100% of undergraduate, graduate, and professional students with inclusive global learning experiences to prepare them for the real world. Before the pandemic, we already offered global learning experiences that did not require travel. These include a global living and learning community on campus, intercultural projects in local communities, and remote internships. We've only accelerated this since the pandemic began. Students are learning about the global pandemic in real time. For example, our College of Biological Sciences launched a virtual COVID-19 capstone lab so students can study the virology, evolution and ecology, and the molecular genetics of the global virus. With support from the Universitas 21 network, we're partnering with Tecnológico de Monterrey in Mexico and Shanghai Jiao Tong University in China to create a framework for teaching the UN Sustainable Development Goals through a global classroom model. The UN SDGs are a cornerstone of our partnership with Osaka University as well. Our students are also completing remote internships with partners around the world, such as Team for Tech, a nonprofit in East Africa. Student demand is high. We know students desire global skills, knowledge, and networks for success in their careers and lives. They also have a strong interest in making a difference in the world. Societal demand is also high. Our challenges require globally minded professionals who understand issues in cross-cultural contexts and are ready to collaborate to find solutions.
For everyone, also in Groningen, almost overnight, the pandemic has changed how we go about our business as a university. During the first response to the crisis, we learned, once again, how much knowledge we have at the university. From the start of the crisis, we were in close contact with our virologists and public health care specialists. This showed once more the importance of being a broad university with all disciplines in-house. These early discussions have allowed us to stay proactive throughout the crisis and prepare as much as possible for the massive and sudden changes that the pandemic has obliged us to undertake. An interesting experience from the more recent period is that it was easier to close down the entire university by going fully online, then partially restarting it again. The rapid transition came at a high cost for our staff and students, and because of that, it's even more important that we don't waste time and efforts already invested by the whole university community, and we should translate these into opportunities for further development. First and foremost, we want to create a global experience for all our students, whether this is at home, in our international classroom, online or via study abroad. By adding new virtual options to our exchange portfolio, we'll offer our students more opportunities to gain international experience and connect with their peers across the globe. More in general, we aim to work together within our European networks and with our strategic partners across the world to build new platforms and innovative, future-proof solutions for our students. The global pandemic has demonstrated in a very dramatic way that we are living in one global society, and we should prepare our students to thrive in it.
The COVID-19 pandemic has greatly changed the traditional way of global collaboration. The online age has come. Since past years, SJTU has carried out the variety of online projects with international partners. We have effectively promoted many online projects on the platform of the International Union of Universities, sharing high-quality courses and co-working on student exchange with partners. Internationalization has been deeply rooted into the SGTU culture. The inclusiveness is one of the key elements in the post-pandemic time. We will further develop way and model internationalization at home and global. Thus, we need to maintain and deepen our idea of promoting multicultural and inclusiveness to share the vision of the community of shared future for mankind, to respect different culture, to improve our management and service, and finally, to build the community of the shared future for higher education.
Understandably, the pandemic has severely disrupted global education, affecting both international and domestic students. The pandemic has actually forced institutions to work through the challenge together, which has actually strengthened connectivity. We were also asked how we address inclusiveness in higher education in a post-pandemic world. Thankfully, with vaccinations ramping up across the globe, it looks like that world is finally in sight. While access to learning is generally broader than before, institutions need to pay attention to diversity, equity, and inclusiveness, both in the current environment of virtual learning and when the pandemic has subsided. Online learning is not always equal, so we need to consider the voices that are missing. We need to make intentional and institutional efforts towards embedding diversity, equity, and inclusion systematically and systemically into our programs, practices, policies, and cultures. This requires efforts beyond recruiting a diverse student body. Our faculty members and staff must understand the value of inclusion and be competent in teaching a diverse student population. Operational systems must also serve these students.
In order to continue to provide opportunities for our students and staff to grow through international exchange and mobility, Mahidol University has created a range of virtual exchange programs in collaboration with partner universities. These include our summer programs for students, as well as capacity building workshops for staff development. We have also ensured that we are able to provide high-quality multidisciplinary and international online courses for all students. We have adapted our mobility scholarships for students and staff to provide support for those participating in virtual exchange or activities. We have been able to continue engaging our partners and strengthening collaboration through web-based seminars, workshops, conferences, and training programs across all of our faculties and campuses. The normalization of virtual events has allowed us to create new forms of activities which would not be possible through physical exchange. These have helped to develop internationalization at home for a larger number of students. In the future, we aim to blend virtual and physical mobility programs to maximize benefit for all students and staff. We are continuing to ensure that Local and international students have access to top quality educations under the new normal by supporting students and staff in adapting to the technological innovation which this period has brought to the fore through development of smart classroom, providing free internet SIM cards and financial support to students in need. Under the policy to address the digital divide, the university will make sure that there is 100% Wi-Fi coverage implemented throughout the campus. Focus on complete IT infrastructure investment. We are helping teaching staff to adapt through workshops and training on online teaching and learning. In collaboration with one of our strategy partners, we are running workshops to build capacity for staff in all faculty in how to implement course designs, pedagogy, assessment, and evaluation using a variety of online platforms and multimedia tools.
There are no easy solutions to enabling international opportunities for our students during a pandemic. Of course, UCL's number one priority during this time has been to ensure their safety and well-being. But in continuing to provide such opportunities, that is, opportunities for our students to study and gain work experience internationally, we've learnt a huge amount. We've developed new models of mobility, including blended and fully virtual options. We've improved and implemented risk management processes to ensure the well-being of our students. And we've worked with our partners to co-create innovative solutions to challenges in delivering world-class global opportunities. In practical terms, we're currently supporting over 200 UCL students with their in-person study abroad placements, a significant challenge in itself. For those that couldn't go overseas, we're supporting their placements online with their host institution. And we've also co-developed a range of new short-term virtual exchange programs with our global partners. Looking to the future, evidence suggests that there's increasing demand from students in the UK for short-term mobility opportunities, especially from those from less advantaged backgrounds. This is why UCL has been investing in several short offer schemes and bursaries for the last 3 to 5 years. It's also why UCL delivers support that's tailored to every student's specific ambitions, concerns, and individual support requirements. We're excited by the opportunities that may come with the UK government's newly announced Touring Outbound Mobility Scheme, which is committed to fund 35,000 mobility placements globally in the next academic year. We hope to leverage this support scheme to support UCL in broadening access for greater numbers of our students to learn and to gain work experience with our partners around the world next year, especially for those from less advantaged backgrounds and in short-term mobility. Learning from the pandemic will be key as we move forward in developing global opportunities for our students. Virtual and blended mobility have proven to be essential COVID-19 contingencies, but longer term, we see potential in this area to support the widening participation agenda. There'll always be students who need alternative options to going abroad.
Considering the role of universities in society, how should universities make the link between local and global research and integrate knowledge created by fundamental and applied research and develop cross-disciplinary collaboration?
Global and interdisciplinary partnerships are more important than ever, as the COVID-19 pandemic reminds us of how interconnected our world is and how critical global collaborations are in advancing learning, research, and engagement. Our institutions have the expertise and the motivation to be a force for good. For example, UC Davis has partnered with the City of Davis to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 on campus and in our local community. We call this initiative Healthy Davis Together. We're combining our university expertise with that of public health, government, and community officials. The program provides free testing and vaccine clinics, contact tracing, and housing for those who need to isolate. Researchers from a variety of disciplines across campus have come together. Our schools of medicine, veterinary medicine, and various centers have collaborated to make breakthroughs in vaccines and testing. Communications experts in our College of Letters and Science are analyzing millions of social media posts to identify emerging outbreaks, while researchers in human ecology in our College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences are studying how COVID-19 is affecting mental health. In terms of global collaboration, our colleges of biological sciences and engineering have been working with Osaka University. In 2019, our two institutions signed an agreement with Kirin Holdings to develop more academic and research exchanges, to advance efforts in plant-based therapeutics, and to train a new generation of scientists and engineers to produce life-saving therapeutics from plants. That's just one example. Over many decades, our institutions have also shared hundreds of co-authored publications, visiting lectures, and workshops in fields ranging from plant sciences and neuroscience to economics and chemical engineering. And we have emerging collaborations in sustainable cities, energy, and transportation research. We recognize we have shared challenges and shared responsibilities in higher education. We truly benefit as we come together and share resources to fulfill our missions and find creative solutions to challenges.
We are a global, comprehensive, research-intensive university, strongly connected to the city of Groningen, our region, Europe, and the wider world. This position has been recently solidified in concept of the University of the North, a tightly knit network of local knowledge institutions from the northern region of the Netherlands and Germany, including both research-intensive universities as well as institutions of applied sciences. With those partners, we can better address local problems and develop solutions that can be emulated globally to address similar problems in different contexts. Simultaneously, we bring knowledge, expertise, and solutions developed together with our international partners to the region. We also have to realize that global challenges are multifaceted and need complex, bespoke solutions. To address each problem from diverse angles, we have to free our thinking and break down the traditional disciplinary divisions. In Groningen, we want to achieve this by stimulating interdisciplinary research and linking it to our societal themes: healthy aging, energy, digitalization, and sustainable society. These themes are woven into all dimensions of our university, such as research projects, educational programs, and consortia with local and international stakeholders. In addition, in our new strategic plan, we decided to further develop the concept of interdisciplinary schools. The first of these, the Aletta Jacob School, focuses on public health and has successfully fused research expertise from such diverse areas as medicine, economics, psychology, philosophy, law, sciences, religious studies, and sociology. We are convinced that the other schools will replicate the success of the Aletta Jacob School and accelerate our efforts to address emerging and future societal problems between disciplines with our regional, national, and international partners.
Internationalization is a key factor of higher education, and it plays a very important role in the development of the leading university, especially when we're faced with uncertain and challenging. Universities share activity, conduct cutting-edge research, both basic and application type, and explore ways to solve major social issues through various cooperation beyond national border. Interdisciplinary cooperation has always been one of our priorities. We have been practicing the new concept of interdiscipline and innovation, and also the concept of globalization and integration, enhance our capacity for cutting-edge research to promote synergies among various fields.
The second question we're considering is how universities should make the link between local and global research, integrating knowledge created by fundamental and applied research, as well as cross-disciplinary collaboration. These could include relations between STEM fields, the humanities, and the social sciences. We are focused on building collaborative research clusters, interdisciplinary networks of researchers with a common focus on solving key challenges facing society that transcend the traditional boundaries associated with departments, institutions, funding agencies, and work with community and industry partners to create impact. While the pandemic has had serious impacts on research at UBC and internationally, it has also revealed a remarkable capacity for the university to address major societal problems from different disciplinary perspectives.
In order to promote research outcomes which help to tackle real social, technological, and health problems in the local and global communities, Mahidol University focuses on interdisciplinary translation research, built on international networks of researchers placing issues in their local context. Research policy brings together our diverse faculties, colleges, and institutions to work under the banner of health and wellness, innovative technologies, and resilient societies. We target our fundamental and applied research and create an entrepreneurial ecosystem which can create commercial products and services from our innovations. We also implement a range of policies to promote knowledge transfer to the general public, SMEs, local government, and civil society organizations. This work begins with our approach toward education, developing the skills of the next generation of researchers. We provide open electives, allowing students to take any courses available at any faculty, colleges, or institution at the university. Initiating the cross-pollination of ideas between STEM fields, arts and humanities, social science, and business. We also co-working and maker space for students and staff.
Addressing societal challenges was at the heart of UCL's founding mission in 1826. And as our Grand Challenges initiative shows, UCL has become highly effective at drawing together different disciplines to tackle the biggest challenges facing society. The UN's Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, frame these shared complex challenges on the global level. And as London's leading multidisciplinary university, UCL academics and students are well placed to respond in a meaningful way. 2021 feels like a pivotal moment for the world in our efforts to create a more sustainable and equitable future for everyone. Both the pandemic and the climate crisis have been shown to disproportionately affect the poorest and most marginalized communities, such as migrants and refugee populations. Universities have a duty to respond by acknowledging the complex challenges we all face and by encouraging debate, innovation, and deeper engagement with local communities, ultimately to co-create vital solutions through collaboration. Last year, I was pleased to speak at UCL's Beyond Boundaries virtual conference that examined why and how universities should address the SDGs. In my opinion, it's only through cultural and systemic change in how we approach the SDGs that we can ever hope to achieve them. For universities to support that systemic and cultural shift in society, we must engage our undergraduates and early career researchers, and we must engage them in particular as active citizens and future change makers. They should be offered the opportunity to co-design innovative solutions and to engage with the SDGs critically through research and teaching across all areas. Universities are uniquely well placed to help educate this next generation of researchers, entrepreneurs, and policymakers who go on to achieve the goals, and we should actively seek to support them in these areas.
What is the role of universities in intersectoral collaboration, and what impact do we aim to generate through those collaborations?
Our teaching, learning, and research require partnerships of all types, partnerships that bring together people from across disciplines and industries. The UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine, One Health Institute, is a model for collaborating across disciplines, industries, and borders. They have been leading the way in preventing the spread of viruses through a One Health approach, which considers human health, animal health, and planetary health, and how all of these are connected. Our work in One Health is strengthening global capacity for detection of viruses, including COVID-19. The One Health Institute is now partnering on the Global Virome Project with the University of Guelph in Canada and the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History to deliver a pandemic interception system. In addition, our School of Veterinary Medicine received a grant from the National Institutes of Health for an epicenter for disease dynamics. This center will focus on the perimeters of the Amazon and Congo Basin forest to improve global preparedness for viruses. Team members consist of epidemiologists, virologists, entomologists, and wildlife veterinarians. Whether experiencing a crisis or not, higher education must continue advancing creative solutions. These will ensure that our communities are stronger and our planet is safer.
Our university, like yours, is part of society. We create and share knowledge through our education and research. We work with and for external partners, and we launch new activities and initiatives. This is how we contribute to society, and it is a contribution that society expects of us. The University of Groningen regards societal impact as one of its primary responsibilities. To this end, we utilize the entire knowledge chain, from knowledge co-creation and knowledge sharing to knowledge use and economic value creation in conjunction with various teaching activities. Collaboration across disciplines and with and for external partners plays a key role in this. Processes for teaching, research and societal impact are therefore closely intertwined, which enables staff and students to develop the knowledge, competences and entrepreneurial spirit that is required to meet society's needs. In order to realize our responsibility towards society, we are intensifying our contribution to the resolution of societal issues through our education and research. To this end, we are going to disseminate our knowledge more actively. We will provide staff and students with better support when converting this knowledge into products, processes, services, and new business activities, and in cooperation with social partners, we will identify relevant questions. In this respect, the sustainable creation of value and generating knowledge for and transferring it to society using the Sustainable Development Goals as guidance are top priorities. All our initiatives will only remain relevant if we connect them to a wider global context and the ongoing debate on the key challenges our societies are facing in the coming years. To make it a success, we will need to work closely with our trusted international partners to hear their perspectives, to learn from them, to exchange knowledge and jointly create solutions for the future.
Universities are key linkage in the global innovation system and play an important role in serving the need of social development. In the 2010 World Expo, Shanghai put forward the concept of better city, better life. Now, Shanghai is verging to become the global innovation center of science and technology and a preeminent global city. Creating knowledge and bring together tolerance, Shanghai Jiao University has always been one of the most important linking in the innovation system in the process of meeting the needs of social development. We believe the university, because of the city, and the city prospers because of the university. University like SGTU have played an irreplaceable role in Shanghai's development. In the future, we will continue to create new knowledge, enhance scientific and technology capacity, cultivate young talents through broad and deeper cooperation. By means of efficient industrial university research collaboration, we strive to jointly solve major social issues and common industrial problems with our partner.
The final question I've been asked to address is, what is the role of universities in intersectoral collaboration, and what impact do we aim to generate through those collaborations? As the world becomes more interconnected than ever before, the challenges that we face are often multifaceted and require cross-sectoral and cross-boundary efforts. No one institution can address these challenges alone, and no voice can be left behind. Universities can contribute to solutions by convening different stakeholders and building a network of partnerships with academia, community organizations, corporations, cities, countries, and supra-country organizations. The pandemic has given us a rare opportunity to reset and to plan for a better post-pandemic future for the world in general and for universities in particular. We will be faced with other grand challenges, and great universities such as Osaka University and the University of British Columbia will be up to that challenge. We hope that our efforts together can foster strong global citizenship in our students, can facilitate cutting-edge research, can improve our understanding of global issues, and can help us meet our mission of contributing toward building a more just, sustainable, and better world.
Universities play a key role in bringing together a wide range of stakeholders, such as government agencies, private companies, non-governmental organizations, individuals, and civil society to create social change and innovation. At Mahidol University, many of these collaborative relationships begin bilaterally, creating the link which can become the foundation of wider multilateral projects. We work with private sector partners through student internships, professional training and workshops, and research funding and commercialization. We work alongside local communities to initiate projects for sustainability in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and utilize our research for policy advocacy with national and local government. Our funding for international collaboration development policy supports international and intersectoral research collaboration by providing seed funding for the establishment of joint research units with our partners. These centers provide a foundation for long-term collaboration and pathways into other academic activities.
Look, we simply cannot address global problems and deliver true impact on our own. We can only achieve this by firstly listening to others who may know more than us, and more broadly by providing opportunities for more and deeper partnerships. This includes with other universities, governments, policymakers, industries, and communities, not just around the world, but also close to our campus. Bringing together diverse perspectives accelerates the process of discovery. By uniting experts in a particular field, regardless of where in the world they're based or what organization they work for, the best minds can work together to explore solutions to problems that span conventional borders. Developing and strengthening these relationships allows universities and other organizations and sectors effectively to respond to crises as they emerge, which the COVID-19 pandemic acutely demonstrated. As soon as the pandemic struck, UCL academics were on the front line of the UK's response, seeking first and foremost to save lives, here as well as overseas. For example, UCL healthcare engineers developed in record time a low-cost breathing aid in collaboration with clinicians from UCL's hospitals and with Mercedes-AMG. The device is being used in more than 150 NHS hospitals and is helping to reduce deaths from the virus around the world. The designs and manufacturing instructions were made freely available online, and I'm delighted to say that they've since been downloaded by over 1,900 teams in 105 countries. This success doesn't happen by accident. It happened as a result of UCL's close links with the National Health Service and with industry partners. Relationships and collaborations like this allow organizations to navigate processes that might usually be long and bureaucratic quickly and effectively, even during a global crisis.